Hi, I'm Paris, and with Christmas close approaching, we're into the home stretch of unique Christmas gift ideas, including a carbon monoxide detector for your car. Now, this wouldn't occur to a lot of people to give as a gift, even though it is a nice safety device to make sure that someone you care about isn't driving a car that has carbon monoxide leaking in that can damage their health or even cause them to have headaches or disorientation while they're driving. Men can have a hard time being romantic, so a gift like this really is like an I love you. Roses are red, violets are blue, making sure carbon monoxide doesn't get you. EpicReviewGuyz. Carbon Monoxide Forensics is the company that makes this device. They contacted me. They didn't actually suggest this as a Christmas gift idea, but more with in the news, all the cars that are having issues with carbon monoxide getting inside and causing problems, that this device can provide some peace of mind so that you don't have to worry that your car is one of those with carbon monoxide leaks. Goes for $99. You can find out more about it at the link down below this video. Now, compared to home carbon monoxide detectors, that does seem a little pricey, but in the literature that they sent along to me, it explains that home carbon monoxide detectors are set to activate at about 70 parts per million, whereas this device gives you a light alarm at 9 parts per million and then a buzzer alarm at 25 parts per million. So it notifies you that you've got carbon monoxide building up in the car before it gets to a level where it starts to have some detrimental effects. They also explain that the electrochemical sensor in this, the key component, is made in Japan and not China. And I know from working with computers and electronics that capacitors and different things that are made in Japan tend to be more expensive, but they're also very reliable. This looks simple enough. Has a little caddy, it appears. So the caddy has adhesive material on the back. You stick this where you'd like, somewhere on the dash. They said out of direct sunlight, and I guess you can take it out to get a mobile reading somewhere or to change out the batteries. And then it goes to real-time reading. I'm hoping I don't get a reading in here. It says cal, I guess it's calibrating. Maybe I should stop breathing around it. Wait, that's carbon dioxide. So finally, reading the instructions, I see that when you turn it on, it can take up to 3 minutes to calibrate, and they recommend you do it in the environment it'll be working. I'm going to be using it in the car, but let's try it out here in the room. 0, good. I'm not exhaling carbon monoxide. On the back, you replace the battery here. I think this is the sensor where the air going through this. On the other side of it is that electrochemical sensor that detects the carbon monoxide levels. And I think the little hole here inside of that is the buzzer, the little speaker, so you can hear the sound. So you do need to make sure this isn't flush against something or you won't have the air circulation and get proper readings, which is why using the caddy is a good idea. It's got a little bump built into it to keep the back of this a little bit of a distance from this. Also, you can see on the caddy the cutout grills to ensure there's good airflow. Here's the adhesive on the back of the caddy. I think I'm going to mount it right here underneath the radio knob. Fortunately, getting in the car, the carbon monoxide level is 0. They do mention that this carbon monoxide detector is ideally suited for professions and people who spend a lot of time in their vehicles. I've had the car idling for a minute or two, still sitting at 0. Good to see. After driving around 5 minutes with the windows closed, the air conditioner turned off, the vents closed, still showing 0, which speaks to the Honda Odyssey doing a good job of not letting carbon monoxide from the exhaust into the cabin. Now, you can get carbon monoxide in the cabin just driving down the road, especially if you're sitting in a traffic jam and you have outside air blowing into the car, you're blowing in the exhaust from other cars. 15 minutes of driving around, including some sitting in traffic, still can't get it to move off of 0. I tried out the carbon monoxide detector in my wife's older Honda 2006 Accord. It's got like 220,000 miles on it. Still couldn't get this to change from 0, but I've heard to test out carbon monoxide detectors, incense is the way to go. Apparently incense, because it's a smoldering type of fire, produces quite a bit of carbon monoxide. Let's turn this counter over. Well, it does take some doing to get this going. There we go. By the way, this is heliotrope if you're interested. I know I have to let it burn a little bit. I'm not usually the one in the house that does the incense. And then blow it out, right? There we go. So you're not supposed to put it right near it, just in the general vicinity of it. It should pick up some carbon monoxide emissions. Whoa! 1520, 4651. Hut, hut, hike. Wow, this stuff really produces a lot of carbon monoxide. It's dropping back down now. Okay, it's back to 0. We'll put this in the vicinity of it again. Looks like we got up to 60 there. Move this away and it should drop right back down. Now the alarm only goes off if the carbon monoxide concentrations stay high for a period of time, and right back down to 0. Well, I finally got to see this register something other than 0, and it's possible that it's not the heliotrope that puts you in that Zen state of mind when you're burning the incense. Some of it could be the carbon monoxide. Speaking of scents and frames of mind, I'm working on another video. One of our viewers runs a health goods store and sent me out a set of aromatherapy essential oils to try out, and I found out you can use them with your pets. So Pierre will be back in a video soon and we'll see what he thinks of that. But as for this carbon monoxide detector, it's very nice, sensitive, quick to respond. The numbers jumped right up. The numbers went right back down when the source of carbon monoxide was taken away. That sensitivity is part of why it's more expensive than that carbon monoxide detector that you probably have in your house. Find out more about this device at the link down below this video. Thanks again to the company for sending me this out to try. I think we'll probably keep it in the older car just because it seems that's more likely where we might have to worry about carbon monoxide. I'm in sort of a heliotrope daze right now, at least that's what I think it is. Time to go get Pierre and crack open some bottles of aromatherapy oils. I'll see you on the next review.